Welcome back to yet another version of American Hunter's Sunday Gunday. Now I know we all have our personal firearm preferences, those types of guns and makes that just seem to make us smile, explainable or not. And while you may have an affinity for 1911s or modern sporting rifles, my personal grins grow most from the sound and feel of working a lever action rifle. The one I have here today is the new Big Boy Steel Carbine from Henry USA. The allure of the lever action rifle is rooted in the American West. As the first high-volume repeating rifle, it became legendary and ultimately iconic. In contrast, the .327 Federal Magnum has fallen off the proverbial covered wagon since its introduction in 2007. Henry Repeating Arms took a chance and married the two in its Big Boy Steel Carbine. And I'm glad they did. Now, regarding the not-so-little .327 Federal Mag cartridge, why would Henry build a rifle chambered for a cartridge that presumably has gone nowhere? Customer demand, that's why. Though it never gained widespread popularity, the .327 Federal Mag has a cult-like following. Ruger revolvers in .327 are a great trail and general-purpose handgun. Missing was the .327 rifle companion to those super sought-after revolvers. Carrying a revolver and a lever gun that share the same ammunition has long been a cowboy tradition. And, well, who doesn't want to be a cowboy? Henry's Big Boy Steel Carbine has traditional lever-action lines, but retains Henry's signature cutout in the magazine tube, through which cartridges are loaded and unloaded. Though somewhat unconventional in appearance and function, it makes the lever gun infinitely easier and safer to unload at hunt's end. The carbine has a 16.5-inch barrel. Its magazine tube extends to within 1.5 inches of the muzzle and is secured at the front via a robust band dovetailed into the barrel. The magazine holds 10, 9, or 8 rounds of .32 Smith & Wesson long, .32 H&R mag, or .327 Federal mag, respectively. The Henry comes from the factory with a traditional front post with a brass bead sight and an adjustable rear semi-buckhorn. The rifle is also drilled and tapped for a scope base. As its name implies, the action is made of steel, and while it feels trim and light in hand, the compact rifle still tips the scales at 6.6 pounds. Metal surfaces are finished in a well-executed matte blue. It's got a big loop lever, which looks great, but I admit it can provide a bit too much wiggle room for hand slippage when fast work of the action is necessary. Steel sling swivel studs are standard, one at the steel cap at the end of the forend and the other at the toe of the stock. Speaking of the stock, the Henry Big Boy has a classic American walnut stock with wraparound checkering at the wrist and forend. And while the straight wrist buttstock is trim, the forend is slightly swelled to fill the support hand. The rifle also sports a 1-inch thick butt pad, which, while it does help to seat the rifle, is a bit unnecessary in regards to taming the recoil, as the .327 provides very little to begin with. The trigger on the Henry measured a creep-free 3.5 pounds, and there is no manual safety. Instead, it has a transfer bar safety, which means you can safely carry the rifle loaded with the hammer down, as the hammer doesn't contact the firing pin. To fire the gun, you must lock the hammer back and press the trigger. While it may not be your first thought when it comes to a medium-sized game rifle, with good bullets at high velocities, the cartridge kills out of proportion to its size and makes this gun just fine for the deer woods. And don't forget, the Big Boy is also compatible with other, lesser loads ideal for a myriad of small game. So find your grin and cowboy up with the Henry Big Boy Steel Carbine for around $800. For more information on Henry rifles, visit henryusa.com. And for more Sunday Gunday, any day of the week, stay tuned to AmericanHunter.org.